Did I call it? Or did I call it? Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm so happy at the Smash reveal today. I'm recording this on Tuesday, the 5th, and I watched the trailer, and as soon as those Mickey Mouse ears appeared on screen, I was like, yes! I actually put up a video, or, well, at the time I hadn't yet put up a video, but I recorded a video saying who it was. And granted, I wasn't being very committed about it, but still, I did say Sora was going to be the fighter, and I can at least celebrate that I guessed correctly, and I'm like, oh. Seriously, though, I'm so happy for all the Kingdom Hearts fans out there. I've never actually played those games, but now I really want to. It's funny because, like, I feel like I should have. Just growing up with a lot of the classic Disney cartoons, I feel like I should have been playing this game a long time ago. So now I really want to. So anyway, I just had to make the comment before we start today. But anyway, welcome back to Walls of CCLP3. We are currently on level 136, titled Backdraft. And it looks like we're in for another hot level here. So let's take a look. Oh, okay, there's a invisible maze, or appearing wall maze, I guess. And looks like a fireball roaming the grounds here. And oh, I do not like the sound of that. Okay, I think we just got out there in the nick of time. Alright, so yes, it does look like a fire-themed level. And I think this is the haunted house, because that's the chimney that we just went through there. And I do recall that room there that we were just in being like the big old room. Seriously, Josh, I'm going to continue calling... Whoops. I'm going to continue calling those kinds of rooms big old rooms. The term is just too fun. Alright, so as long as we can get through this, I don't think there's anything else we need from this room. This deliberately looks set up to be traversed without fire boots. So, oh, there are collisions in play here. That's a little concerning. Okay, that's a dead end. Okay. So that's going to go there. Okay. Every time I step on a normal floor tile, I get concerned. Okay, so all I have to do is just go through here. Good. Alright. So what do you have going on here? Just a little bit of dodging, I guess. Just go through that. Okay. Alright, so now we're into the next area, and okay. This is going to be quite something. How do I get... Do I just need to, like, not push the blocks that are going to be on the fire? I'm going to assume that that's what's going on here, because... Yeah... I think that's what you have to do. So we just need to remember that that block has fire underneath it. That's all we need to remember, and that one as well. Alright, I'm not going to touch that yet, not until we're in the clear here. Thankfully, this level has a nice high time limit, which is very, very helpful. You know, maybe I should do this just to give myself more breathing room for this part. Let's do that. Okay, so this is fairly straightforward. This is just getting all these out of the way. Okay. And thankfully there's no real danger here. Whoa! I say that right as I'm in danger. But I mean in terms of, like, there being some nasty trap with, like, what block goes where or whatever. Okay, there we go. I'm really hoping that we don't need any of these blocks. I don't think so, but you never know. Oh. Are these all invisible? I'm going to assume, yeah. Let's just assume that they are. So, looks like I need to go here first. This kind of reminds me of the internal 3D Dungeons block cloner room, where you kind of have a series of loops to go through, so that's pretty neat. And then, We'll go through here. Okay. And then after that, I think we should be good to go on getting the block over here. Wait, is that a floor tile? Okay, good. I was like, it has to be, right? I mean, that wouldn't make any sense otherwise. Okay, one chip remaining. Whoa, my mouse just went all over the place there. I didn't check to see if there was, like, anything over there, but I'm assuming those are invisible. Or maybe I did and I just forgot. Okay, I see... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This looks concerning. I'm gonna assume, right as my window goes inactive, that those are invisible walls above the traps. And I'm a little worried about what exactly the trajectory of this fireball needs to be. So we need to study this thing. So I can see here that we can get these buttons in a loop here. The only concern I would have about this is, like... Hang on. If we were to go, like, this way, where it goes like this, I could see how that would work. Yeah, that would work with all the blocks, I'm pretty sure. Let's give that a shot. I'm pretty sure this is doable. So all I need to do really is just make sure that this is like that, I think. I think that's... Oh wait, that button is not covered. Oh wait, do I need to put this block there? I do, don't I? Okay, so that's not going to work. Okay, at least we have a visual, like a series of cues now for the fireball going around, so that's helpful. Alright, I'm fairly certain that you have to get the fireball to go up that line, right? Like, that would make sense. The question, though, is... how far do you need to really take? Oh, man, I don't know. I actually don't know. This is concerning. I feel like we're on the brink of figuring this out, though. I just hope there's not some weird, complicated loop with this, but if there is, I'm gonna be like, it's gonna be really satisfying to solve, is how I'll put it. Oh man, how do you do this? I can't think right now. I kind of want to just put the fireball back in its original starting configuration, but I like the visual of it going around. I just don't want to be in the fray, so I'll just sit off here to the side. See, like all the blocks I have right here, I don't see how I couldn't go without them. That's my issue. Unless... no, that's not going to work. Because, like, these two need to be pushed. Yeah, that's too much. So what if we did that there? Okay, let me just think here. So if we went down there... so now, there are two blocks, or two traps that don't have anything. Okay, tell you what, let's just reset this back to the original thing. Okay. I think without the blocks, it becomes a little easier to read in some ways. I'm going to put this back there. Okay. Okay, let's plot out a path here. So what if the blocks were here? See, the problem I have with this arrangement is that none of these are covering any buttons, which feels like a waste. You know what I mean? Like, it just seems like I'm being wasteful by doing that. One, two, three. And then I'm left with like a bunch of buttons down there. So that, just putting a loop here is not going to do any good. Oh man, I feel like this puzzle is going to be the thing in this level that's going to trip me up. I mean, it already has, technically, but... I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing how you do this. I think the fact that there are buttons here in the middle, these three, this is what's tripping me up. So let me just do some math here. So if I did... So I could leave like 2 here for the middle if I just did the outer edges as the path. So like 1 block here, 1 block here, and then no block here. Oh no, I would need one to make sure that got hit. See, that's the problem. This row right here has so much going on. This row has so much going on. That's a major issue. So what if we did something like this, where I have a block here, here, and here, and then it goes, and then loops here, and then goes down. The problem with this is that it's going to miss these here completely. Unless I make the loop happen there. Maybe that's the key. You know what, let me try building this. I have to visualize it, and I'm bad at visualizing things without having the thing there. As you all have noticed, I'm no doubt sure by this point. Okay, I'm trying to be very careful here. So, like, if I did... I need to figure out a way to get this thing on the actual track. Okay. So the problem is now it's just going to bounce around there. It's like, what if I did this? I know I'm running out of time, and that's increasing the anxiety a bunch here. Okay, what if I did that? See, the problem is that this requires so many blocks to even get into position here, and I'm not seeing a good way other than maybe that. But then now that's just going to be a big loop around. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be worth it. Let me start the level over because I can't think with the clock ticking like that. I kind of wish this was untimed, not going to lie. This kind of puzzle... I think a puzzle that requires intense visualization, for me at least, is a puzzle that needs to be untimed in order for me to even solve it in game. Like, if this were just me playing around with Super CC, then I can understand it being more reasonable. But if it's in-game, the time pressure with something like that is just a little much. Oh, I'm going to have to do this all over again? Oh, no. I'm going to have to do this all over again. I mean, thankfully it's not hard. It's just a lot of pushing around. Okay, I just need to remember where all the fire blocks, the hot blocks are. And then we should be fine. And also watch out for the fireball going around. Yeah, this isn't that bad. And I don't even need to move all those too far, just do that. Okay. So now we can do this trap room. I like this room a lot. It kind of reminds me a little bit of, also, of Twisted Chambers, like third room, I think it was, with the door thing where you had to kind of switch where the blocks were to get to the stuff. I really like that idea. I want to say I was inspired by an escape level for that one that Joshua Bone made a long time ago. That's actually where I originally discovered Joshua Bone, was through Escape. I know a lot of people in the CC community know him through his CC2 levels, but I know him through Escape, which is a kind of a cool connection. Okay, so let's look at this here for a minute. So I'm pretty convinced that it's not a fancy set of loops at this point, because that's just too much. And maybe I'm making this out to be harder than it really is, and I should just shut up. So, what would it look like to... I'm just looking here to see if there's a way we might be able to get these three middle ones held down by blocks and just go around the outside. But the problem with that is that you need to have blocks to even go around the outside at those rows and columns, so I'm not seeing how that's fully possible. Unless there's just something more to this that I'm totally not seeing here. I liked our idea, I really did, the idea we had with just going around like this. So let's see, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we would have 5. So yeah, it's still not enough to really get what we need here for this one. This button right here is what's holding me up, and it's a real problem. Unless we have to go around here, put a block there, and then maybe this is the loop. Hang on a sec. Hang on a sec. I got an idea. So what if we did this? We sent all the stuff over here. We have a block there, right? Oh wait, this is kind of what we were doing originally, isn't it? But we can do that. And then what? What do we do next? What if it's like this? Let's see how this goes. So it goes there. Hey, that's pretty cool, right? Except this, hang on, which one is it? This one right here does not get hit. That's the only downside to that, which is a shame. Unless, hang on. I'm just looking here to see, maybe there's an alternate way to handle this. No, the problem is I need it to dead end in order for it to go where I need it to go. Like, that's part of my dilemma here, is that. And then I need to get it over here to make sure that it goes back onto that whole track. So wait a minute, what if I got rid of this and I put it there? Okay, then it's just going to go around the outside. Yeah, there's nothing there that's going to prompt it to really go up. So what if we did this? What if we... Would that work? Holy cow, is that it? I think that's it. Wow! Okay, that is a puzzle. That is a really cool puzzle. But man, is it tough. I kind of wish the time limit was non-existent. I really do. Because I really like that puzzle, and I think it's one of those puzzles that needs to be figured out without any pressure. Because I think it's really satisfying to figure out. I really do. Okay, now we're going to be stuck here for a while. I'm assuming that these are all invisible, so I'm not going to try to oof on everything. Okay, there we go. Hopefully I can remember that if I die at some point. Okay, good. Oh! Oh, that's interesting. So I just need to get all the blocks up there. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So wait, do I need to get all 5? I think I saw 5 spaces, yeah. So what I'm getting here is I need to actually reverse this first. Or maybe not. Maybe I need to wait to do that until the end. Let's wait to do that, because I don't want to have to deal with that fireball potentially dying here on me. Wow, that room is amazing. I really like it. I just wish there was no time limit. That's my only complaint about it. Okay, run, 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 run. Okay, that was not great. That was not what I was expecting. Yeah. I'm not going to talk about that. Let's pretend that didn't happen. I'm sure there's a much less risky way to do that, what just happened there. But yeah. There's a part of me that wishes that not all the blocks were required there. It's one of those cases of like, okay, the main challenge here is just making sure that the fireball gets there, and that can probably be done without having to put the player through that. All that timing. Okay. Sorry, I'm still mad about that. Alright, let's get back here. At least we know how to do the room now, I think. I'm going to have to remember it now. I vaguely remember it, but I'm going to need to retrace all my steps again, which is going to be really frustrating. It's hard to believe we've only got 13 levels left after this. I'm really hoping that Josh's next set will be released sometime in the next few days. Because we're cutting it kind of a little close here as far as being able to seamlessly get to the next thing. Okay. So it was something like putting this here, and I think this here. And then like, whoa, 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 whoa. Not there, not there. How do we do this again? It was like, was it that? I think it was that. Yeah, it was that. Okay. Hey, 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 hey. There we go. Come on, Fireball. Get back here. I can't oof on this forever. So one note I'm going to have to make as I look through this again is the Fireball going to blow up a bomb right away? Or how does that work? There. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my, that could have been bad. It's hard to tell what's going on with all these invisible walls and stuff. See, like, I don't see any bombs or anything there. I mean, for all I know, maybe you don't even need the Fireball. Oh, here we go. Okay, you do. Okay, I didn't realize that you could go through that. Also, wait a minute. I could have just slipped under here the whole time. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was totally my bad. That was my bad. I'm sorry. That was totally my bad. Let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, I made that way more ridiculous than it needed to be. Okay, so what are we doing here, actually? I see some tank buttons, but no tanks, so I'm a little nervous, not gonna lie. Okay, I think the objective is to hit the buttons as much as humanly possible. So if we are going by what I'm seeing right now, I think I have to do this. Yeah. This kind of reminds me a little bit of a recent level from Andrew Menzies, where you have to hit clone buttons a number of times. Except in that case, it's only one tank button press. Okay, so I see here that we have a path that probably leads to fire boots to get to the hint, but I'm not going to worry about that. Alright, that was fun. I really liked that level a lot. My only complaint is that there's a time limit. Seriously, that's it. And the rest of it was just great. I liked it a lot. Okay, Apocalypse WoW. Alright. Let's see what we have going on here. Okay, this looks pretty simple. All we have to do is just go through this loop. Go there. And so now I can get some fire boots. Leave a pair for later. Or maybe I get it now. Let's take a look at what's coming up here. Okay, I don't see any use for this block, but I'm kind of hesitant to just write it off right now. See, the problem is that if I did have a use for it, you know what, let's just push it down. So this, what is this block going to accomplish? I mean, if I stick it in there, it's just going to... Oh, wait a minute. I think I see how to negotiate this. This is where I need the fire boots. Okay. Gotcha. The other good piece of good news here is that thankfully we've got big old time limits to help us out, so that's really nice. Okay. I don't know where that teleport leads. I don't see any... Oh, probably there. So all I need to do is just go through here to get this, then go back, and then do this, right? I'm assuming. Wait for that bug to be safe. Okay. Alright, I can't really go back there without losing these, so I'm not going to do that. Ooh, this looks interesting. I like the look of this. The problem here, though, is I don't know where I can go with these. Yeah, that's about as far as I can take things, I think. Right? Like, unless I go through that area there. Let me not commit to anything yet. I'm just going to go through this path. So thankfully there is a path. I'm just going to assume that what I'm doing here is correct. So I'm holding down a trap. Is that what that's connected to, or is it something different? So many questions. Oh! I wonder if I have to, like, go through that. Uh-oh. Okay, I think I see the play here. I think I have to go here to build a bridge first, right? And I bet I was supposed to use a block there. And I completely messed that up now. Question, though, is... Okay, I can turn it around. Okay, that's good. I'm not sure what use this block has, though. The one that I just pushed up here. Now, can I do anything up here right now? Let's see what we've got going on here. I'm assuming that we've cooked the level, but that might not be true. So I could let this fireball go. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I've also got like an Amsterdam kind of room here. A quasi-Amsterdam room. Oh, this is interesting. How do you do this? This is fascinating. And the fireball can't come in here either. Oh, I see. You just do this. I'm making this way harder than it needs to be. Okay. I'm just going to let that go for now. Okay, it's just going to circle around. So is this fireball going to go... Oh, it goes into the bomb. Oh. That's clever. I am liking this level a lot. Okay, so we got that done. So... what next is the question. Do I need to get a block up there? I think I do. And I bet it's this one. So the question is, how would I even negotiate that? Because this is holding down the trap button. Did I waste a block here? I'm wondering if I was supposed to, like, this flipper thing was just a red herring of some sort. Because technically I have not really needed any of the blocks I pushed down there. That's interesting. Okay, we're going to start over. I am liking this level a lot. The structure of it is really cool. It's a linear structure, but like the way that it uses space and opens things up gradually is really neat. And I always love when levels do that. We've talked about that before. But yeah, So far, I'm really enjoying this one. Alright, we'll run back here, do this. Then I just need to push you aside, go through that. Alright. Thankfully, this next part is pretty simple. Okay. I see a pair of skates there. That's really interesting. I wonder if there's something under that block. I thought that was the block we pushed up here, but I didn't realize that we exploded that, so that's going to be interesting to figure out. Alright, let's go ahead and do this part. Okay, so this is hanging on this wall here, so let's go ahead and do that for now. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to leave those there for the time being. Yeah, there's a lot going on here, but it's interesting how, like, intuitive a lot of this is. Like, I like it when a level can do that. Even though you're taking risks, they feel satisfying to take when they pay off. That's something that I really enjoyed about Josh's level Ravaged that appeared in CCLP3. That was a feature of that level that I really liked a lot. Okay, in Lynx that would have slid right through. Alright, so now I go through here. What is this all about? Oh. Huh. Okay, I see another trap, but... I mean, the only thing I can think of here is that we just have to get these... Like, this is all I can do with them, literally. Okay, so now we're back here. Okay, so that was interesting. I don't know exactly what we accomplished by doing that. What am I holding down? And I still don't know how to get to this pair of flippers with only one block here. That's... Okay, that I'm going to need a pair of suction boots for. The suction boot thing is interesting. Because I see that there's a suction boot here, right? But I'm going to need to lose everything for that suction boot to be obtainable. Alright, I'm just going to try going into this. Okay. That did not really pay off in any way that I was hoping. Oh no, I'm trapped. No! I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. That was clearly a stupid move, but I think we were screwed anyway. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that. I mean... The only other thing I can think of is that maybe we can send the fireball into the bomb without destroying the preceding one. Like, that's the only other thing that I can think of at this point that would make sense. And yet we would still have enough blocks for those flippers. Like, that I can see. That I can see. Okay. Go through that. Oh! I did it again. I did it the wrong... I should have done it before going through the recessed wall. My bad. Alright, I'm going to actually have to step away here for a little while here in a few minutes, so... I'll do this attempt, and then I'll see where we're sitting after that. Okay. Go through that. Go back here. I'm really excited for like the later part of this where we're going to have to revisit areas because I'm really curious to see how these areas get reused. Because that's one of my favorite things about a lot of Josh's levels is just the reuse of different spots and like what he does with them. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there is nothing under that block. We know that much. So let's go around here. Alright, I'm going to just push this here. Push that there. Okay. I'm assuming that's holding this trap down. Like, I haven't really tested that to be fully sure. Because I don't want to screw the level or anything, but... Let's see what this does. By the way, I'm pretty sure this is spiral, because I recognize this area that we just went through there. Okay. There's a lot of things in this level that could be construed as like an order of operations kind of challenge, so... So yeah, if I can get this here, like that... The question though becomes, see here's the problem now. Where do I get a fire boot after this? Because I'm not seeing where you can do that, and maybe I'm just missing it, but there's one there behind a green door. I don't yet have a green key, so that's not really feasible at this point. And it's like I need fire boots to even get into that skate, or the thing there, the suction boot area. Yeah, like there's no entrance from the other side or any trickery like that. I need to have the fire boots there. And there's no fire boots here. Or up here. Or over here, right? I still don't know what trap button I'm holding down. I feel like that, like knowing that would be the key to everything here. If I knew what trap button that is, that would be amazing. Wait a minute. Wait. If I push that down through the teleport, where would I end up? Because that's going to end up there, right? Does that help us in any way? I don't see how that would really do anything. I need some skates for that green key. Alright. I'm just going to go through this and see what happens. Maybe there's some surprise. No, okay. I didn't know if like maybe I partial posted to some new area. I mean, I didn't think so, just based on what we could access earlier in the level, and it's not like we had toggle walls open up, but who knows, maybe a teeth monster hidden somewhere else was responsible for something. I mean, you never know, right? So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with this whole deal here. That's a mystery. This whole thing here is a mystery with how to get to the stuff. I'm wondering if maybe the beginning of the level, I accidentally... Well, no, I can't go back through there and expect to get another pair of fire boots, because I need fire boots to even get back through there. So that's not going to work either. Wow, okay, there is so much going on here. And I love it. But, like, this part, for some reason, is just messing with my head right now. Like, see how, like, nothing happens there. Okay. I'm going to have to step away for a little bit, but I'll be back, and hopefully I'll have something for you when I get back. Alright, everybody, I'm back. So, I was being really silly here. I realized that there's a fire boot right up there, right? Which is interesting. So I'm wondering, maybe, if the solution to this is just simply to create the path back first, and then we do the fireball later. Maybe that's the play here. Now, I don't know... This is what I'm concerned about here. I don't know if, like, we need to do this part later. I don't see why we need to do it now. So, I'm going to go ahead and do this first. I think this is a good idea. The thing about this bomb thing to the left is that there's nothing that really requires me to do it now. Which is why I'm kind of like, you know. So, technically, I don't think I need to really worry about doing this part here right away. As far as, like, pushing a block down there. In fact, maybe I don't even need to do that. But, what I can do is I can go ahead and get this. Because now I have a path to go back through. So let's go ahead and do that for now. I'm hoping this is it. I think this is the way. I'm hoping. Okay. So now I've done that. I kind of wish that it was more evident that there were fire boots down there, but that's a pretty minor complaint. Okay, so now you go all the way here. Got it. And now I can even do this. I don't see why we shouldn't do that. So, I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do this because I just need to hold that down while we're there. And then we can... I don't know, I still don't know what trap we're holding down by doing this. That's where I'm a little lost on this one. But apparently something exploded. I did not notice that before, but something exploded, which is interesting. And I just realized I might have just screwed the level again. I just realized if I push this down, am I going to really be able to create a path back now that that trap is not held down anymore? Unless that button over there held it down, but I don't think that's what it did. Oh, and now I especially screwed it now that I just went there. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to keep going for now, and hopefully, we're fine. Okay, I don't know what it is that we're exploding here, but something is being exploded. Okay, apparently those are both held down. Maybe those are the two traps we held down. And... okay, that doesn't seem to do anything, unless it's that. Okay, so it is that. So both of those are controlled by these, is that right? Oh, I can go here now. Ooh. Ooh, okay. So I'm going to have to lose my boots if I'm going to... okay, I'm going to have to go up there. So let's lose the boots. Hopefully I'm not going to regret this. Okay, before I do that, let me just look here. So that's going to... I don't need to get that yellow key in order to even use that, right? To go through that whole thing. I'm also trying to make sure that whatever we're doing here, we don't waste blocks or anything like that. There's a lot going on here. I know I keep saying that, but like, I don't know where to get a yellow key. Like, where do you do that? And I'm also worried about this block here. Like, am I supposed to get that now and push it up? Or am I supposed to push this block over here to the right? Like, there's... And then where do I get the green key? Like, I saw it up over in this area over here, but... I don't know if that's... Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this. I just wish that I could open that door. Oh, I can't even push that down. That's interesting. Huh. I wonder why that is. Didn't I get a yellow key earlier? Like from here? Where the recessed wall teleport deal was? I don't know what it is I'm looking at right now. Like, this is there's a lot happening. I feel like I'm supposed to open that yellow door up first. I just don't know how to do that when there's no key to get. So unless this can... Yeah, I figured that wouldn't work. Alright. Did I do something that I shouldn't have done out of order again? Like, is that what happened here? And maybe I just need to play it out again and just go through everything. That's kind of one of those things that is a really weird tightrope to walk with level design, is there's the act of communicating what expectations you have for the player in the vein of, like, experiencing stuff. But that can kind of bite you a little bit if the experiences themselves are maybe a little vaguer than you may intend. And I feel like that might be what's going on here. Is, like, from a design perspective, I'm sure a lot of things in this level make sense to Josh. But because there's so many things that are layered on top of each other in this level that could all theoretically be connected in some way, there's just a lot of ambiguity that I'm not sure he's intending here, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Alright, so I think at this point, I can safely do that, right? And then I can go down here, grab this, go up here, do these. We haven't gone to the outer part of the spiral yet. That's what's interesting, is that we don't know what's in store for us there yet. Oh, those are the two traps that we're controlling. I see. There's balls in them. Okay. That's cool. Okay, so here's what I want to make sure we do first. So I'm going to go up here, right, with this block. I want to make sure we create an open path for ourselves. And I think to do that, we need to keep that trap held down for now. go around and then do this and then open this up. So that way we can come back and get that green key once we presumably have skates, right? I'm worried that we screwed the level last time even before we got past this area. Okay, I'm just checking to make sure there's no hidden info here before we go further. I don't see anything. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know of anything else that we can do in this area, basically. Also, I think this is the opening room of Spiral, that one where the fireball was looping around. Alright, so, with that in mind, we've got everything we can here. I don't believe there's anything else. Let's go ahead and move on. Okay. What is it that we're not seeing in this room? There's a walker there. Okay. I can see the walker. It's weird that I can't push that down. That's interesting. So, do I really need to lose all this stuff here? That's kind of the question right now. Do I really need to lose all this? See, I don't see why we shouldn't do that. That seems to be kind of a given. It just seems like everything in this section is set up specifically so that you can go over here, hold this down, and then push that down. I mean, the only thing I can think of at this point is maybe we missed something, like maybe there's a key under that block, and we need to get the tank out of the way first, like, do this. Ah, okay. That's what we were missing. Okay, so technically that wouldn't even be possible in Lynx, so I think you would need to have the extra trip in there to do that. Okay. Wow, that was items under blocks, man. They can really get you. Okay, this is pretty straightforward looking. Okay, I was wondering if there was walls under that. I was like, this is the perfect chance to get walls under stuff. Okay, so now we get to the outer edge here. So I'm a little concerned about what direction this is going to go, because if this is down, unless this is just, this is not a clone machine, and these are just normal blocks. Okay, it seems like that's the case. I don't know what we just cloned there. Is it these? Oh. I didn't realize that that was going to happen. Well, that's rather unfortunate. I don't mind that mechanism, but that's a little questionable when the level is filled with a bunch of blocks already that don't really serve any other purpose other than to account for the walls that are being used. And you don't really know what's a cloner and what's not. Like, that's... Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a big disagree with that being in the level. I'm not really a fan of that. like the tank, the yellow key being under the block, I can let that slide because it's one of those kind of ravaged like situations where it's like, oh, you know, I don't know if I can do this, and then you try stuff, and then you're like, oh, okay, now it makes sense. I exhausted all the possibilities, and when you eliminate the possible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be true, that kind of thing. Like, that I can understand. But, like, whenever you have, again, it's all about ambiguity. Whenever you have ambiguity and you don't know what the possibilities are as a player, that's where I tend to kind of go, maybe this needs to be rethought. Oh, I completely forgot about the trap button over there. Well, hey, now we know that that button for sure connects to that trap, so that's good news. So, the bad news is, I think these are going to be the only 2 levels we play in this video, because we have been going on for quite some time now. But, they are 2 fairly giant levels, so I don't feel too bad about that. And we're getting pretty late into the set anyway. But yeah, ambiguity in level design, it's one of those things that's very delicate, because it's all about playing with the player's expectations. But in order to do that well, you have to know what the expectations are. And I think if you're presenting a bunch of options, that muddles the potential pool of expectations that you're dealing with, because now you're adding additional ones to that pool that may or may not necessarily be relevant. And so when you're dealing with like this level that has blocks that are filling out the space in order to create more barriers and things like that, like from a design perspective, yes, you can argue that this is visual clutter, and so therefore it doesn't really serve any actual purpose. But again, it comes down to what it might be. What it might be. And there are a lot of different cases where processing... Okay, so like right here. Like I can see right here that this is the cloner, and this is where it's cloning, right? So it looks like I'm going to have to one at a time go back to the cloner, take that over there, and do all that. That's fine, but like, I don't even know that this is a cloner when like, oh hey, there's a block hanging out right there, and my mind is like having you used to the fact that not all of this stuff is really useful. Like here's another useless block right there, right? For all I know, that could be a cloner used for something later. It's kind of like some of the traps in the level. Like, I don't necessarily know that those traps are connected to certain buttons. But thankfully, the level kind of solves itself in that regard, so I don't really have to worry about that. Like, whenever I do this section over here, I'm holding down this trap button because I'm trusting, based on what's being telegraphed, that this right here is important for a reason. And so I do it because it's like, okay, there's enough blocks to accomplish what I need to accomplish, so that makes sense. And holding down the button is probably a good idea when there's enough blocks to do so. So all of that makes sense. But like when there's all that stuff there in that corner, like you see what I mean? It's like there's nothing that really suggests where that cloner is. Because for all I know, that could have been cloning monsters somewhere else, right? Especially when there's all these mechanisms in the level that are blowing up stuff where I can't even see it. I mean, and there's a long, narrow passage. I mean, for all I know, that could be a long, narrow passage that's cloning a whole bunch of fireballs that are going to go into those bombs. That's kind of what I was originally thinking, actually. Okay, I'm going to do this Oh wait, I did not do it the intended way. Never mind. We'll do it the cheaty way. But yeah, I hope that makes sense. I'm not trying to come down hard on this kind of thing. It's just, I think there's a very delicate set of expectations you have to deal with when the level is A, long and linear, and B, you have a bunch of things that could be interpreted differently when they're telegraphing potentially mixed signals. So that's all I was trying to get at there. Thankfully, like, right here, this is another example of, like, okay, I don't know if the clone machine is one of these, but, like, I was wondering about that when we originally did this, and now that I went past that, what I was thinking when I got past here was, oh, maybe I'm cloning monsters, and I need to clone only a certain number of monsters in order to make that work. As it turns out, that's not actually the case. It's this block. I mean, now that I'm seeing it, I like this mechanism. I just wish that it was communicated a little more clearly. Okay. So now I can go here. Ooh, we got some interesting stuff here. So we have a fairly simple Sokoban there. The trap button behind the green lock connects to the trap guarding the exit. Walls from spiral. Okay, so that's good to know. So I get this, and now I can get to the green lock. So I guess I didn't even need to push the block there, right? Unless there was some other use for that block that I don't know. Now I'm a little worried. I'm hoping that I can still solve this. So I can go here. Like, that's perfectly fine. And now I'm going to have to get these stolen from me again. So what I'm hoping is not... Okay, I don't think that can happen. I was like, I hope I don't have to get this block positioned here somehow. But I think all I need to really do is just get back... Okay, here we go. I can get these fire boots. Let me just make sure the path is clear. Okay, so there is a button there. Okay. Good thing we did not do that right away, because I need to do this first. And then I can loop around and do this. Alright. That was a really fun level. I liked it a lot. I just kind of wish some of the things were a little clearer. Honestly, I think the hints could be used elsewhere. Like, I think by the time you get to that point... So if I could provide a little constructive criticism, I think by the time you get to that point in the level, there isn't really anything else for that trap button to be. And then maybe if you even put the green door... Like, I can't even remember, was there a green door here? There may have been. But if there wasn't, you could easily just put a green door here, and that would even more clearly telegraph that this is for the ending. Because the green key is clearly for the ending, right? But like some of the other stuff, I think you could have put a hint by that cloning mechanism up there and let the player know what that button is connected to. I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't have fit in a way that would have allowed the blocks to be pushed properly, but I think it could work. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. I still really enjoyed the level. I love the way the space was used. I like how this was filled down here where it doesn't make sense to use anything. Really cool level. I liked it a lot. Ooh, can we do another one? This looks like a dodging level. You know what? I'm going to save this for next time. I'm going to save this one for next time. We'll start off with a short level next time. So until then, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed yourselves today. And I will catch you in the next video. So take care, and I will see you then.